TheMadQueen. Welcome into the Queen's Lair. I wanted to make this video specifically because I have had quite a few requests to make an individual guide over this and just sharing my advice and opinions. I do actually mention this in quite a few of my normal videos. The reason why I do that is because this is really important, and it's a lot more important than I think a lot of people think it is or understand it to be. And that has to do with runes and forging your exclusives. I cannot tell you how important and imperative it is that you're doing it at the right time. I want to show you on my main account specifically a couple of instances that I made mistakes, which have made me talk about this so much in videos because it has set me back. And I know that I am not the only person to make that mistake. There are a lot of people that make that mistake. And unfortunately, I know not everyone watches these videos before they make an account or whatever the case may be. But if you're sort of new and looking for more information, or you're just kind of trying to figure out what are exclusives, what are runes, what does forging the runes and exclusives mean, then of course this is going to be a good video for you overall. But if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I'm just going to click on Daniel quickly. Whenever you click on the hero, on the side, you can see it says exclusives. And of course, if you're a newer player, this is going to be beneficial for you. More experienced players obviously are not going to benefit as much from this video, but if you do want to watch it and leave any kind of recommendations or comments below that I may not add, that would also be super helpful. But exclusives are these that you can see here. There are 3 different levels of them, at least that I have gotten to so far. There is purple, which is the first, and then yellow, which is the middle, and then red, which is the top right now. So what you do is you collect these runes for forging your exclusives here, and then you can come in and basically upgrade the hero. It enables them to do a bunch of different things. It is not the same. It is different for every single hero. Some of them, it's going to increase their ultimate ability, their basic overall damage, their health, their healing ability, or whatever the case may be. Usually it is pretty helpful. But what I want you to know is that these are one of the rarest resources in the game. It is hard to get quite a few of these, especially when you're getting to the point where you have quite a few heroes, because they're hard to spread out. So you want to make sure that you are putting those into the right heroes. I made the mistake of putting exclusives into Carmel. Of course, I didn't go super far, but I definitely went far enough that I wish I could get them back. If you're thinking, oh, well, I can just reset the hero and get these resources back. No. You cannot do that. Because while you may be able to get back all of the main resources you put into the hero when you reset them, the only thing you don't get back are these exclusives that you forged. I do understand why they've done that though, because it would be pretty OP to be able to continuously reset all of your hero's runes and then put them into somebody else. And because these exclusives really do give a huge bonus to these heroes. If you're a beginner in the game, do not, I'm telling you, absolutely do not start forging exclusives. Honestly, I would not recommend that you forge any exclusives until you're probably around 1,000,000 power, because at that point, you should have a pretty good idea, for the most part, on what's going on in the game and what you need to do and what heroes are good and what heroes are not. Carmel is not the only one I wasted those resources into. There are other heroes that I did that to. And I could have used all of those on the heroes that actually really benefit them and are really good. I'm going to tell you specifically the ones that you should not forge. This is my personal opinion, of course. I do have every hero in the game. I've been playing for quite some time, so you can take with that as you like. But of course, this is my personal opinion. Do not forge Karma. Do not forge Rakana, Lyran, Randall, Artis. Yes, there is a list. Muka, Polano, I think that's his name, right? Polano, I'm not sure. Don't do Xander, Murphiro, Ornn. And I'm not saying you can't ever do them. Also, not Langell. I really had to put that in there. I'm not saying you can't ever do them, because you can, but the point is to put them in to heroes that are going to be the most beneficial to you. So if you're in the middle or beginning stages of the game, the ones you can focus on doing are going to be Sorietta, Falvia, Omar, Taylor, Botmar 2, and of course these are the non-triple S options. Serena. And you don't have to go all the way into maxing out the third level of them. Do all of their purple and yellow ones, and then save all of the mythic runes for the third level, which are red, until you're in the late game and you know what you need specifically for your account. Because at that point, then you're going to have a really good understanding. And I'm saying like 5 million power or more, because if you have that much power, I'm hoping that you have some kind of grasp and idea of what's going on in the game and what you should be doing. If you don't, that's okay. Some people do kind of just blindly play through these. I did that for a few years whenever I very first started getting into games like this. But of course, I don't do that anymore. As far as triple S heroes that you can get at the beginning of the game, if you're going to forge their exclusives, most of them are okay or good to actually forge. Just make sure that you're choosing to forge exclusives into heroes that you can use in a lot of places. Don't focus on a niche hero that's going to be hard for you to build out in the beginning and that you're only going to be able to use or benefit from in one or two places. Because if you're thinking about the Terradome specifically, that place takes the longest out of the 3 dungeon content areas within this game to progress in. It just does. It's much harder. There's not a ton of really good melee heroes in the game, so it does take a lot of time to be able to build up and complete stage 15, and then do it 100% and do it quickly. Of course, doing it quickly is not necessarily important as long as you're able to get it done. But use the heroes that I've said here that are the non-triple S. If you're wondering who the heroes you can use that are triple S, Daniel, Ravina, Bailey, Emma, Luke, these are all, oh, also Crete as well. Sometimes I forget to keep going down. But these are all really good heroes for you to start with and focus on. Don't go putting in just a few exclusives into each hero. Focus on one at a time. That doesn't mean that you have to get one fully purple and then one fully yellow and then move on. You can get one fully purple. After you've gotten that one fully purple, you can focus that one to be your first one that you do the yellow upgrading on for the forging exclusives. I feel like a kid because I just keep saying purple, yellow, red, but I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. And also, when it comes down to it, I can never remember the names of anything, so I apologize. It's just easier that way for everybody, or else I would be sitting here going, the one with the thing and like trying to describe it for 10 minutes instead of actually saying what it is. Anyways, rant tangent, I'm back. What you want is to basically focus one hero at a time at each level. When you finish doing one purple or one hero's purple exclusives, start their yellow and move on and do somebody else's purple. Whenever you finish theirs, wait till you have the yellow finished on the first one, and then do the yellow on that one and start the purple on another one. But whenever you get one level finished, start doing that level on the other heroes that you're using a lot. But make sure, it is important that you're focusing on like 5 or 6 heroes at a time. Do not start putting exclusives into any more than 5 or 6 heroes until you have 5 or 6 heroes that are fully completed with their exclusives in the first and second levels. That is the best advice I can give you on these. Make sure that if you have any questions or additional comments, leave something below. I would be more than happy to answer anything you have to ask me or have any kind of discussion. I also welcome you to join my growing Discord community. It's great for beginners to ask for advice and experienced players to help give advice. The link I can't talk. The link for that will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.